Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for February 23rd, 2026. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, let's start in box 1 here. So 2, 3, and 7. So we have two twos here, puts a 2 in one of these three. Oops, 2, not 0. And was offset. Two twos go look down, putting a 2 in one of these three. The 3. Okay, we actually have a crossing on 3s here. This 3 looks in, this 3 looks up. Puts a 3 in one of these two. That points down. This 3 looks up. Puts a 3 in one of these three. Okay. What about vertically? Yeah, we have these two 3s looking in. This 3 looks down. Puts a 3 here. These 3s look in here, putting this 3 in. That's no longer a 3. All right. So that was the 2 and the 3. We also have two 7s looking down. Oops. So 7's in one of these two in this box. And that actually matches where the 2 is already marked. So we have these overlapping corner marks. That tells us we have a hidden 2-7 pair. What that means is one of these two needs to be 2, and then the other one is a 7. We don't know what order they go in, but we know that they're completely occupied by 2 and 7 in order to be able to place both a 2 and 7 in this box, which we must do by the Sudoku rules. So as a result, we've eliminated anything else that could have been in these two cells. A good way to follow up on that is to think about the digits we just eliminated and how that might affect the box, the column, their rows, etc. So we eliminated a 1. We do have this one looking down. These can't be 1 anymore. So 1 is actually in one of these three. That points up with this one. This one looks in, putting a 1 in one of those two. 2, 3, 4 was eliminated, but I'm not seeing much to do with 4. We do have these two 4s looking in here. Mark that, but that doesn't really help. Eliminated 5. So we have these two 5s looking in, putting a 5 in one of these two. Not really seeing anything else for 5. Eliminated 6. I don't think there's anything going on with 6s. We just have these two. Okay. 7, 8, 8, and 9 were already. Okay. So that's it. This cell here is not the 3, 8. It's not the 2, 7. And it's not the 1, 5. Because that's 6 digits it's not, leaving at most 3 digits that it is. Instead of just looking at this one cell, though, we might as well just look at the whole column. So it's we've got 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 5, 6, 9. So this is 4, 5, 9, because it's not 6. This is 4, 5. Oh, it's not a 4. It's not 4 or 9, so it's 5, 6 only. And this is 4, 5, 6, and this is 4, 6, 9. All right. Not amazing, but it's something. Okay. Now what I want to do is there's two opportunities for crossings in this box. We have the 2, 3 here and the 3, 7 here. The way to look for crossings is basically I've identified two givens that share a row or column in a box. Like they're all over the place. There's a gazillion of them. But they always give the opportunity for a crossing. So luckily it's quick to scan. So these two, notice that they're missing this row here. So we want to look at this row. We want to look in the row for any givens that aren't yet placed in the box. The 2 is already placed, but 4 and 9 aren't. Then we want to look at the two columns they aren't in for any buddies. Or is there another 4? Is there another 9? There's not another 4, but there is another 9. So these 9s look in. And actually, this cell is also occupied. It doesn't have to be, but this cell is also occupied. So it actually places the 9 in the box, which then also places the 4 in the box. This can't be 9. And so actually in this column, the 4 is in one of these two. And then this 4 looking down, this 4 looking in places this 4. That leaves, looks like 5, 6, 8 here. That's not 6, that's not 8. All right. This should be limited as well because it's not the 1. So it's down to 5, 6, 8 as well. Interesting. I don't know that I want to do too much penciling in this stack. I think we're good for now on that. Well, we can always come back to it. But we got this 4 and 9 that we need to follow up on. 4s are done here. 4s are marked. The 9 ends up in one of these three. So we're on our way to a hidden triple, but not quite. Still need one more digit limited there. So the 2 and the 9, the 9 vertically also. 9 ends up in one of these two. Interesting. So these aren't 5. This isn't 9. They're also not 8. So actually we can mark all of these. So the column needs a 1. It has 2, 3. It needs 4, but they can't be 4. No, it doesn't need 4, sorry. They need 5, but only this can be 5 of the 3. We need a 6. They can't be 7. They can't be 8. These can be 9. All right, so 2 169s and a 156. I don't think that immediately helps, but we'll leave it. All right, the other thing I did is this row is down to 4 digits. And what's particularly interesting to me is that there's only one cell that isn't all, we got 3 in the same box and then 1 outside. I call this kind of the satellite cell because it can be informative of what might be claiming over here. So we don't think about the 4 digits. We need a 3, 5, 6, 7. So this can't, oh, sorry, not 6, 3, 5, 7, 8. 3, 5, 7, 8. So what I was hoping for is that this couldn't be a 3, 5, 7, or 8. But I do believe it could be any of them. Okay. Oh, it can't be 5. Sorry. I don't know how I missed that for so long. So this is 3, 7, 8. And that means that the 5 needs to be over here somewhere. So at the very least, we know the 5's claim. That's not 5. So what do I mean by claiming? Well, this row needs a 5. It's not here. Not in any of these. It's also not here. But what's important is that it's not in any of these. So the 5 is going to end up in this box. And so that means that these can't be a 5 because the 5 is going to be up here. It can't also be down here. If the 5 weren't up here, we wouldn't have a 5 for the row. So we say that row 1 claims the 5 from box 3. All right. That means that this is down to 3, 7, 8 as well. This can't be a 3 or an 8. So this is just 5, 7. And I think this can be any of 3, 5, 7, 8, at least for now. I noticed this column is actually down to, Okay, this is a 5, but let me just finish my thought. This column's down to 3 digits. It's the 1, 5, and 7. But this can't be the 5. So this is down to 1, 7. Remember, this can't be 5 either because we have the claiming 5s up here that we just found. So this isn't the 5 or the 7. So this is our 1, this is our 7, this is our 5. The reason I said, this is a 5 up here, though, is that if you get claiming 5s here and claiming 5s here, the 5 must be at the intersection. So, I mean, we found it another way, but this whole column finishes, which is quite nice. Also finished the 1 in here, leaving 5, 6, 8. So unfortunately, we do have a satellite cell here, right? But unfortunately, a satellite cell can be any of the 5, 6, or 8, so we don't get any claiming. But pay attention to those satellites. It can be very helpful. This is 3, 7, 8. Let's see. Satellite is my own invention, by the way. I don't know another word to call it. Just seems appropriate. This box is down to 3, 3, 6, 7, 8. So the 6 is down here. This isn't 7, so 3, 6, 8. Oh, it's not 3 either. No, 6, 8. All right, what else do I want to do in this top band? Good question. Did I miss anything of use? How about vertically? I think I'm going to look at the stack. Like I just finished this whole column. So let's just go in numerical order here. We have this 2. So 2 ends up in one of these 2. Sorry, 1 didn't do anything. 2. How about 3? No. I'm looking at these 2 columns. I don't need this column. So the 4 is next. 4 is one of these 3. And then the 5 is in one of these 2. 6, 7, and then the 9. Okay. 9 is actually in one of these 2. Okay, so we know this cell's limited because it's not these 6 digits, the 2, 4, 6, 8 or the 5, 9. In fact, 2, 4, 6, 8, those are the evens. We can think of this as we just need the odd digits. This isn't 5, 9, so it's down to 1, 3, 7. We actually have the 3, 7 looking in. So these aren't 3, 7. These are down to 1, 5, 9. We can clean it up further. Really want that to do something. This can't be 1, so this is 3, or 5. So this is 3, 7, 9. I think this can be any of them. All right. Make sure I followed up on these. We got the 1 and the 5. 5's over here. Huh. Don't know how much that helped at the moment. 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. Well, we still have only scanned the first band, technically. We've also done these 2 stacks, though. But let's move on to this band here. I just have the 2, 4, 7, 8. This is empty, so we can kind of do the scan a bit. Not only is this empty, but we've done these 2 stacks already. So we really just need to look at these against these. So the even digits should have buddies. So we have the 2 in one of these 3. We have the 4 in one of these 2. then no 6, 8 here. Okay. I'm not sure what else to look at here, so let's just move on. So we have 3 and 8 here, 3 and 8 here. Yeah, we have all the 3s, but the 8s look in here. Placing this 8. That gives us the 6. Very nice. Just naked 6. That's not 8 now. That's not 6 now. So 6 is one of these two. Ah, this column. Remember that satellite cell. We removed a 6. Where's 6 go in the column? It goes here. So that's another 5, 8. Let's look at this row that we just reduced to 4 digits. We need a 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, we have all the evens. And 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is 5, 7, 9. This is 3, 7, 9. That's all we get out of that. What else did I place? The 6. I feel like the 6 should be helpful. We need 6s. 6 is one of these two. 4. Did I place this 4 also? When did I place that 4? No, I already had it. Okay. Interesting. Like all these 5, 8s and 5, 6, 8s. That'll resolve at some point. See, this is down to 3, 7, 8. We know the 8's in one of these two. I guess we got this 8. Okay. So this box is down to 4 digits. We know the 2's here, the 4's here. We also need a 1. And we need a 6. Ah, this 6 looks down. Ooh, okay. So we have a hidden 2, 6 pair here. So these aren't 1s. Or you can just use the 1, 4 pair. 1, 4 pair gives us the 5. So it can't be 1. This is down to 3, 7. The 5 gives us, oh, it resolves what I just talked about. The 8, the 5, and the 5. Giving us the 6 and the 8. Giving us 4 and 5 down here even. This is a 1, 6, 9. Don't need the corner marks. All right, just got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so that's not 8. That's our 8. Down to some 3, 7s here. 1, 3, 7, 2, 6. I want this to do more. Let's look at this row. We need 3, 5, 7. So this isn't 5, this isn't 5. So the 5 in the row goes here, leaving a 3, 7 behind, giving us a 3, 7 pair here. So this can't be 3 or 7. So that's a naked 9, giving us the 7 and the 3 and the 9. That's 7 and 1. That's 7 and 3. That's 7 and 3. That's not a 9. That's not a 3. That places our 3 and our 6 in this box. I think we're home free at this point. What did we need here? We need a 2, 8, 9. So 9, that's not 8, right? Oh, this is just known. What's missing? The 3? Nope. Misscanned. Missing the 8. All right, that's not an 8. That's our 8 there. These are 3 digits here. We need a 1, 2, 4. It's not 4. This is a 5. This is just a 1, 2, 4 triple. Ah, the 1, 4 looks down. So that's 2. Giving us the 9 and the 2 here. This is just down to 1, 4, which is what I want to mark. 1, 2, 4. The 2's over here. I guess I should just do these pairs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 6 and 7 here. The 7 tells us the order. That's 6, that's 7. 6 gives us the 2, 6 here, giving us the 2, 7 here. That's a 1 and a 2. That's 1. We get 9 and 6. That's 4 and 1. That's 4 and 1. Last 2 digits are the 9 and the 4, and we're done. All right. Interesting puzzle. I think the really interesting step here was the claiming 5s this way and the claiming 5s this way, forcing the 5 to be where they intersect. Like this row needed a 5 up here in this box. Sorry, this row demanded a 5 from this box, and this column demanded a 5 from this box. So it has to be where the only way to meet both demands is to put it at the intersection. It's always fun when that happens. It's pretty rare to just directly find that through claiming, but it has happened before. It's always fun. Cool. Well, let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.